All right. Hey, everybody, what's going on?
I don't mean to offend you, but I'll always stand up for what's right.
All right, good deal. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, this is Ed with Redneckanize Radio coming at you. We're live here every Sunday evening, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. You can call in at 516-387-1733, and if you want to be part of the conversation, just hit 1. We appreciate everybody listening along, joining in, and everything. If you got a subject you want to talk about, just let me know. I was talking about the driver shortage earlier, and went on a little good rant about that. We're also talking about, I wanted to say something. So I'm enjoying some football earlier today. In fact, if you don't know, the Cowboys just ran away with it. It's like 44 to 17 or something like that. But I was watching a game earlier today, and there was like 2 or 3 penalties in one game for like necessary roughness, hitting a defensive player, or a strike to the head. And it's like the guy that gets called for the penalty, you know, he's not trying to hit the guy in the head, but the guy ducks his head. And so they inadvertently, you know, hit helmet to helmet. And the guy says, oh, that's penalty. You shouldn't be doing that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm sick of this. All right, let's play football. All right, football is supposed to be, you know, and I know, well, we got to watch out for the injuries and, you know, it hurts like that and all that. But that's what separates it. If you know, we see a lot of guys out there, they have a long career in the NFL. And, you know, maybe we this shouldn't be that long. You know, the reason why these guys get paid millions of dollars is because it's not a long career. You're in the career, you're in the NFL for maybe 5 years at the most. That's pretty. I think that's the average, is like 4 or 5 years. And, you know, maybe you shouldn't be playing 10 years and hitting each other in the head for 10 plus years. You know, that maybe it's time to get your money and get out and stop trying to, you know, I mean, I know what it is. I know they're competitive. I mean, that's mainly one of the reasons why they get flagged all the time, is because they're trying to be aggressive, because that's the kind of player that the owners and coaches, that's what they want. They want an aggressive player, somebody that's going to go in there and hit somebody. Well, you know, if you're paying them to go in there and hit somebody, and then they constantly get flagged for hitting people in the head, you know, I don't know. You know, that's just silly to me. I just want to be entertained. So I could care less, because, you know, hey, I don't want you to get hurt, but you know what's cool is when I see them hit each other. You know, we do that all the time. Everybody, you see it all the time. We do it all the time. We love it when the defensive lineman or defensive back comes over there real fast across the field and stops the guy dead cold. We love it. You know, why are we now penalizing the guy for doing that? Because, you know, if you don't do that anymore, if you're not going to go out there and hit people, then guess what? I'm going to stop watching, because it ain't no fun. You know, I mean, you don't even have to get politics involved in it. And that's the biggest reason why nobody's watching, is because you see that now. The NFL hasn't done it. You know, they get what they're doing now is they put inadvertent little messages all over the field and all over the uniforms and all that. And you don't really see it unless you look at it, unless you actually look at it or looking for it. So that kind of thing. And you know, used to be it was inadvertent. Of course, we were doing that. You know, we were getting political out there inadvertently, you know, like we were having commercials and statements, and, you know, the halftime shows were all political and all that. And they're like, you know what, people change the channel. They don't want to hear that crap. So we got to stop that. Stop it. You know, well, now look at that, you know, everything's going crazy. It's, you know, a lot of people just stop watching. You know, I just want to be entertained. I could care less about what your political view is, or, you know, how many times you get hurt. I don't care. I want to be entertained. I want to see a great play. I want to see a hard hit. I want to see a good catch. You know, when the receiver, he's not getting hit, but you mean to tell me that him launching himself a good 8 feet, you know, I mean, I know he's flying in the air a long, long time, catches that ball and then lands like on his shoulders or in his back. You tell me that don't hurt? You know that hurts. Okay, especially they're not on grass. They're on concrete with a carpet. So you know they're hurting. You know, and that's part of the game. And I want to be entertained. I want to see that great stuff. You know, that's just entertaining. So that's really all I got to say. Is I want to be entertained, and I don't want for the game to stop every time somebody's feelings get hurt, or, you know, they get hit in the head. You know, like today, the quarterback for the Giants, he went out because he got hit in the head, but he initiated it. He was running the ball, and he put his head down, and he burrowed through there. And when he got up, he stumbled. He was woozy. And you know what? I mean, you know, I've gotten hit in the head. Like, I wasn't even in the NFL, and I got hit in the head like that and was woozy. So it happens. You know, I mean, what we got to do is, if it happens too much, guess what? Get out. All right. You got your $1 million. Now leave. Now go. Okay. You know, I mean, come on. All right. I don't know. I may piss off people for that, but I don't care, because I just want, like I said, just want to be entertained. So other than that, let's see what we got going on here. Maybe I think maybe our one and only Sayer has something to say about it. So what's going on, Greg?
I'm here. Another day.
Another day, another dollar.
Okay, so here's right here. That's right. So here's where we start. Now, you want to be entertained, huh? Do you really want to be entertained?
I want to be entertained.
Wow. Okay. Where do we start at?
Where do we start?
Football. Okay, football. All right, we'll go there. Trucking don't interest me tonight. I'm fed up with trucking.
Yep.
But here we go. Football. All right, you got cops out there. They chose that career. They chose a career to be a cop. They know every day when they walk out of the house, there's a chance that they're going to get shot at, they'll get in an accident, they'll get killed. They don't know if they're coming home or not.
That's right.
You got these butthurt football players. You got these football players that get butthurt. They chose that profession. They wanted to be a major athlete. They wanted the big money. But then when they get hurt, they want to cry about it.
Yep, that's right.
It makes no sense to me. The money that they're making, they assumed that risk when they went into that sport. When they chose that profession, they knew that that's what went on. They didn't just get up one morning and say, hey, look, man, I like this sport. I'm going to go out there and play this. No, they knew going into it there was a chance that they was going to get hurt.
Oh, yeah.
So accept that. It never used to be like that. They're turning into a bunch of snowflakes like all these other kids around anymore.
I'm telling you.
You know, you can't hit me. Don't touch me. Well, what are they going to do next? Are they going to take that away from them and start making them play flag football or powder puff like the girls used to play? I mean, come on. Let's get real here.
Yep.
It don't make any sense.
I think
it don't make no sense.
Well, wouldn't it use? I mean, a lot of people say it. You might have said it yourself at one time. Let them play without helmets and pads and see how they go out there and hurt each other.
Yeah.
They'll stop real quick.
That's right. I said it a lot, man. Make them earn their money.
Yeah.
Let them earn that money. If they want to go out there, that's a sure way to make them quit hitting like that. Take them helmets and the pads off of them.
Yeah.
You know, take the helmets and the pads off of them. You know, let them go out there. Say, now, let's see if you want to play, you know, you want to play till you're 40 years old, you know, like some of them tries to do. Let's see if you can go out there and play till you're 40 years old, no pads and helmets on.
No,
you know,
right.
They say the steroids is out of the game and everything else, but they're always in the gym. They're always getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Everybody's got to be the biggest. And then when they come out and they get hit, you know, well, he's bigger than I am. Oh, come on. Give me a break.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if you can't handle the sport, you know, if you can't handle it, then find something else to do.
Yeah.
Go play golf. That'd be more your speed. If you don't want to get hurt, go play golf.
Well, you remember back in
something like ball.
Yep. Well, you remember back in the day when football was first coming up. Of course, they still had leather helmets back then, but you had, you know, in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, the best players. Well, the best players, they were playing for like Army and Navy. You know, those and that. So you know, those were soldiers that were being trained, and they were playing football, and they were the best ones. You know, they were the best players in the country. You know, I mean, even going up to the 50s and 60s. So you know, those nowadays you don't even have. I mean, I don't even think those guys are real college students. You know, they might be in college playing football, but they're not in college.
Well, look at NASCAR. It's the same way anymore.
Yeah.
You know, years ago when NASCAR first started, man, it was nice watching that with Petty and Yarborough and you know, the Wickies and all them. You know, and when they was racing, they went out there. They didn't care. They was stuffing. You know, they was trading paint, putting them in the wall. They didn't care. Whatever it took to win the race.
Well, I mean,
now they go out there. Hell, they might as well go out there and give them a BMW or something and let them race it because they don't want to get scratched. If somebody bumps them or they rub up against them or put them in the wall, they cry for.
That's the rules now. Yeah.
Over it. Oh, he wrecked me. They want to fight. You know?
Yeah. Well, that's the rules now. You touch. Yeah. You touch. You know they say, oh, you hit. They hit that guy. Hit him. Oh, he's penalized. He's going to be having to come into the pit road and sit a lap or whatever. You know, like you say in the movie. The movie said it, man. That he didn't hit you. He rubbed you, and rubbing is racing.
Yep.
So
that's right. Rubbing is racing.
Yeah, and you know.
Now, if you can't handle it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just makes no sense. I mean, where does it end? You know, it's like that pandemic. You know, I mean, they're out here and they're telling everybody, "Oh, you got social distance. You got to take the shot." Now, if you got the shot, you still have to wear a mask. You know, it's crazy. You go to NASCAR, you look at the people the crowd that's in there now. Ain't nobody wearing a mask. There's one, some are, some ain't, but more isn't than is. Same way with sporting events. They're filling the stadiums now. Do you see them coming up with
nobody cares.
We got this big outbreak, you know, of COVID cases because of these sporting events. No, there ain't nothing mentioned about that.
Yep.
But don't go out to eat without a mask on. Or, oh man, you're a super spreader.
And they give
me a break.
I just caught a little glimpse of the news a little bit ago, and they said that from a month ago, so the numbers now this week from a month ago is down 40%. The cases, so just cases, you know, and we know that's what happens. You don't need 98% people vaccinated, you know, so.
Probably before Christmas and these truck stops and stuff, there's really going to be a real parking problem before Christmas because the way they're going at it, they're going to do like they do in the restaurants and bars and stuff. They're going to close down. They're going to close down every other parking spot for social distancing for the truck, so you can't park next to it, right next to it, guy, because you'll get COVID. So they're going to start blocking them parking spots off, and you're only going to be able to park in every other one.
Man alive, man.
I'm gonna have to talk to Fauci and discuss it with him and see if he thinks that might stop this. You know, I'm gonna see if I can get him on speed dial. I got some ideas for him, man. If he wants to do it, he might as well do it right.
Yeah, yep, yeah. We shared the meme out there. You know, hey, truckers, we can solve world peace. We can solve all kinds of problems if they just listen to us. But nobody does. Nobody listens to us. But we can solve the problems.
Yep.
So that
Just like that border, right? You go down there, we stop that too.
Oh yeah.
Just take a bunch of bobtails down there, just start driving up and down that border. When they start walking out of the water and they start coming up there, just start driving over top of them. Just pave the highway with them down there. They're quick coming sooner or later. Yeah, just hell with it. Just run them over. You know you ain't supposed to be up there. The hell with it. Just flood the damn place down there with trucks. Yeah, it's crazy, man. There's no rhyme or reason for what's going on other than it's all he said it's all politics. And I don't even want to go into it.
Don't even want to mess with it.
No, because it you know, there ain't but one thing going to put an end to all this craziness, and that's the people in this country. I don't know how long it's going to be before everybody gets on the same page and wisens up and say, look, enough's enough. We've had enough. We're not doing it anymore.
Okay.
But you know, apparently they haven't had enough yet. So keep it going.
Right. So we'll dive into that here. We're going to take a little break, and we're going to talk about that about how the people had enough. We're going to dive into that a little bit and see about why, why do we have people just putting up with everything? They're just taking it as it goes, or are people actually standing up and it's just not enough? I don't know. Maybe we ought to be doing more or something. I don't know. But we'll keep talking about that. We're gonna dive into that, I think, a little bit. And when we come back from our break here real quick, like I said, go check us out, redneckanize.com. Don't forget to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We really appreciate that. And hey, one of our great sponsors, and that is Trucker Tools, the Trucker Tools app. We really do appreciate their support. You can check them out, truckertools.com, or download their app from the App Store. That's Trucker Tools, the app for truckers. So check them out, and we'll be right back. Redneckanize Radio.